Hello, everyone. My name is Laura Garcia, and I'm the Director of Career Education in the Georgia Tech Career Center. And I'm joined by my other colleague named Laura, and I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Laura Colavito. I'm one of the Career Development Advisors here in the Career Center. We're excited to welcome you to Georgia Tech.
All right. So welcome. This is our FASET 2021 presentation from the Career Center, and our theme is to make the Career Center work for you. So we're going to cover a couple of different things today. So I'll give you an overview of the Career Center, what we do. I'll also talk about our career education framework, which informs the services and support that we provide for students. I also will go over a couple of highlighted employment outcomes at the internship as well as full-time level. I do want to end on some top 5 resources for new students and families and share a little bit more about our career readiness competencies and skills that students should be developing during their time at Georgia Tech. So the Career Center is located in the Bill Moore Student Success Center, which is directly beside Tech Tower. And under the tree, you can see our front entrance. So if you walk right in, you'll see a reception desk there, and they can help point you directly to the Career Center. We provide career advising to all undergraduate students. Of note to incoming students, we can help you explore your major as well as explore careers that are related and unrelated to your major area of study. We provide a variety of different opportunities to connect with employers, and we manage 2 important experiential education programs, specifically co-op and internships. Here's an example of a couple of the different topics that we can discuss with students. So if you have declared a major and you're unsure what are the different opportunities that I could pursue related to that major, we can go through that with you. Or also exploring a variety of different career paths. So if you're thinking of changing majors, or if you want to pursue a career in public policy, for example, we can talk about all your different options if you pursue a career in that area. And we facilitate beginning to end the job, co-op, and internship search. So whether that's researching employers to preparing for a specific search with resumes, cover letters, doing mock interviews. We can also help you prepare for career fairs, facilitate networking conversations, review your LinkedIn profile, and also coach you with salary negotiation. To share more about the Career Center's philosophy and career education framework, I wanted to go over traditional career planning, what some of the families and parents in the room may have encountered when they were going through college, as well as the current reality of the workforce. So traditional career planning revolves around self-assessment. So reviewing your personality, assessing your values and interests, as well as your skill set. Once you've done that, typically you decide upon a major or a career, prepare and work towards that particular career goal with the ultimate outcome of achieving that goal. However, what we've often found with students is more like the graphic on the right-hand side, where students come into the university, they select a major, however, they take a class, and sometimes that changes majors or makes them want to pursue an industry previously that they had not considered. They may learn about an in-demand career of interest that they were unaware of before college. They get engaged on campus, attend career fairs, information sessions, or other networking opportunities. They may make contacts and ultimately secure a job or internship and pursue a completely different career. There are a variety of different things that may impact students in their career development and as they make their career choices, whether it's politics, their particular culture or background, the economy, for example. Obviously, last year was a very difficult time in the economy in a variety of different industries, and many of our students may have had to shift exactly where they were looking to go based on what was going on in the larger world. There are also some other things that may impact students as they decide upon their career and what they intend on pursuing. It may be that they take some classes and discover that's not the type of content they want to focus on. They may recognize new skills and abilities that they're crafting and honing both in and outside of class. There may also be family members or other relationships and interests that may impact ultimately what they choose to pursue. So what we use to inform our practices are both the chaos theory and planned happenstance development of careers. So chaos theory anticipates that uncertainty exists in the market and that no career path is guaranteed. Indeed, there are a variety of career roles now that didn't necessarily exist 10 years ago. What it does encourage is preparation instead of linear planning. For some students, it may be very linear in nature, engineering, for example, computer science, where it may be a little bit more lockstep of pursuing a co-op, going back to class, pursuing a co-op again, and it's pretty pipelined exactly where you may consider pursuing. But for other students, there may be more variety. Planned happenstance is exactly what it sounds, planned and happenstance being chance. So this encourages students to engage in activities even if no particular career benefit is certain. So attending networking events, attending career fairs, attending speaking opportunities. And it views indecision as open-mindedness. And what I really like is that a single decision does not define you, it is a series of decisions. Both of these theories, which inform our practices, encourage active engagement from students in a variety of activities that can help them find career clarity in what they want to pursue, but also it provides for them a variety of opportunities to grow in their skills and their abilities and better position themselves for future career opportunities or graduate school programs. So how do we support students in a market that can be a little topsy and turvy? So first of all, individual advising. So students have the opportunity to schedule appointments with our career advisors that can go over all of the topics that I mentioned earlier. We also offer workshops on a variety of topics, including salary negotiation, job searching, interviewing, and many more. We also provide drop-ins during the school year, and many of those are hosted by our career peer advisors that can provide that peer-to-peer perspective on resumes, job searching, and so on. We have career fairs every fall and spring, and we actually have one coming up this summer as well in July. And there are a variety of specialized career fairs across campus, all of which you can find on our website. We also facilitate on-campus interviews. So when you walk into the Bill Moore Student Success Center, if you go down one level, we have over 40 interview rooms that employers use throughout the school year to conduct interviews with students from a variety of different industries. We also have industry speakers, panels that can provide that direct professional perspective to students. We also facilitate career assessments to help students identify their skills, their values, their personalities, and how that may tie into various career paths. We also have a variety of resources on the Career Center website, so career.gatech.edu, from industry guides, certainly job boards like CareerBuzz, which is Georgia Tech's specific job board for students, in addition to other targeted job boards. We also offer the Campus Closet, where students can check out professional attire for career fairs, interviews, all at no cost to them. We also cover a variety of different career-related topics within GT 1000 and GT 2000. So you'll see from the Career Center if you take those particular courses. And we do serve alumni up to 2 years after graduation, and they have access to CareerBuzz. I do want to highlight the value of co-ops and internships specifically. So co-op and internship hours are tuition free, and these keep you enrolled. These are audit hours, so just note that. Registering a co-op or internship helps to make sure that your student does get paid and it doesn't impact your FAFSA or financial aid. And on average, we've noted through our annual employment outcomes statistics and surveys that co-op students tend to make about $5,000 more per year in their starting salary, and students that have had internships as well also have a slightly higher starting salary. If you do register your internship or co-op, career advisors can provide additional support throughout the experience. So when you register your internship or co-op, we work with students to help identify goals at the beginning of the experience. We have a mid-semester check or midpoint check where we encourage students to meet with their particular supervisor and facilitate that conversation. And we do survey at the end of the experience to help students reflect on what they really took away from it. There's a misconception that if you co-op, it'll take an extra year or more to graduate, but on average, it only takes one more semester to complete a co-op. And we found that many students have transferred in a variety of different class credits from AP or other courses or transfer institutions. These students tend to have higher GPAs and stronger career outcomes, and of course, they can earn money as they're going through the experience. It varies by the industry, but on average, it ranges between about $17 to $19 an hour. To share a little bit more about our experiential education programs, 3,897 students registered internships and co-ops with the Career Center. And in 2019-2020, those graduating, over 75% of students participated in a co-op or internship before graduation, and we had over 320 students who graduated with a co-op designation. Of note, 49% of students that participate in internships and co-ops were able to convert that into a full-time offer. So it really helps with that job security piece. And I'm proud to share some of the rankings over here on the right-hand side. The U.S. News and World Report ranked us number 3 of Georgia Tech students, indicating that they had a positive internship and co-op student experience. And the Princeton Review rated us number 1. Georgia Tech is number 1 in the top 20 best career placements opportunities for public higher education institutions. Here are a couple testimonials that I wanted to highlight. I won't read through all of these, but you can note the sections of the sentences that I put in red. So Bradley put in the top left-hand side that Georgia Tech gives you access to the brightest minds and incredible academic resources, but don't overlook the wonderful connections that this school has with the local and not so local industries. The co-op program has catalyzed both my professional and academic development and provided me with some amazing friends and connections, and honestly, I couldn't recommend it more. I'll read just one more, and that's Sarah T., who's an economics major. Please note that co-ops are not just for engineering majors, though that is very popular within that particular school, as well as computer science. Students of any major can participate in co-ops and internships. Sarah said, I didn't envision the co-op program as being an opportunity for me, especially as a liberal arts major who didn't receive a co-op offer until her 3rd year of college. But sometimes God opens doors we don't expect for the best. I'm so thankful for my friends and family who supported me along the way, my academic advisors and professors who guided me through the interview and academic planning process, my team at Southern Company who made the co-op experience so enjoyable, and Georgia Tech's Career Center for facilitating this amazing work experience and learning opportunity. Truly, nothing replaces on-the-job experience, and Georgia Tech does an excellent job of ensuring that its students have every chance to get that experience under their belt before graduating. Share a little bit more about student employment. So the Career Center actively connects students to employment opportunities in a variety of different ways, certainly career fairs, but also through Career Buzz. For 2019-2020, we had over 13,500 jobs posted specifically for Georgia Tech students. And something to note, CareerBuzz is not a job aggregator like Indeed.com, Career Builder, or LinkedIn, where anybody and everybody has access to those job opportunities. These were specifically listed in our system, and employers are specifically indicating that they would like to hire Georgia Tech students. Over 520 employers attended our all major career fairs, and the average starting salary this past year of Georgia Tech undergraduates ranged around $75,000. It, again, just depends on the industry. It may be higher, it may be slightly lower. For work locations and top hiring companies, for co-ops, Delta was right towards the top, along with Georgia Tech Research Institute, and you can kind of scan through and see some more. Many of these are Atlanta companies, but there are others outside of the Atlanta market as well. So internships, you can see a couple of names that overlap here, but Google, Microsoft, Facebook, NASA, all of these also recruit. So roughly 55% of our students, almost 56, stay within the state of Georgia for either full-time or internship co-op opportunities. But you can see it really runs all across the U.S. California is up pretty high there at 13%, and we're close to 3% in New York, and we have a higher blip in Florida as well, in Texas. Few top employers, again, there's overlap here, and these top employers are listed as top employers from those that interviewed most on campus and extended the most opportunities for students to interview. So you can see they range from IT-related organizations like Microsoft to consulting firms like Accenture, to communications with Cox Communications, Procter & Gamble, NASA. It really ranges the gamut, but top names, many of which you're very familiar with. The key thing that we want for you to take away from this presentation is that experience equals success. The students that we find who have the most opportunities and many different offers to choose from are the ones that have engaged in at least one internship or co-op opportunity. And our goal in the Career Center is to help you, really handle the unexpected, whether it's an economic downturn or an employer called you and is offering the opportunity to interview the next day. We're here for you regardless of what pops up. I do want to share a couple of resources that I think are particularly helpful for new students and families. So what can I do with a major? What can I do with this major? Which you can find at the URL that I've linked below. This can be very helpful for students to see big picture. What could they pursue with an economics degree, for example? What are top hiring industries? ONET and Occupational Outlook Handbook, both of which you can Google these, it'll pop right up, gives detailed information about common work activities, as well as needed knowledge, skills, and abilities. So ONET goes really in depth. It also has some great videos. So if you're thinking about, changing majors, both of these can be very helpful to see, more information about that. But ONET and Occupational Outlook Handbook in particular gives you that in-depth view as to what it really means to be, a marketing manager, for example, or an electrical engineer. I also like LinkedIn's University Alumni Tool. So you can see over on this right-hand side, I've got LinkedIn pulled up here. If you search for Georgia Tech in the top bar, you'll see this page pop up. Many students and alums and families are not aware of this, but when you go on this page, they've got a great tab here named Alumni. So if you click on that, you'll see this populate below. And earlier this week, we had over 190,000 alumni listed within the system. I'm sure it's even higher now. But you can filter this data in a lot of different ways that I think are helpful for students. So if you click the next button down here, you can actually filter by major and area of study. So if you want to see, all right, so where do electrical engineering graduates go on to work? Once you click on that, it repopulates the data to show where they worked, where they live. So it can be extremely helpful in a variety of different ways. We also have Vault industry guides, which you can access through the Career Center website as well. So say if you wanted to pursue a career in sustainability, there's a guide for that. If you want to pursue a career in consulting, there are entire guides around case interviews. So a lot of great helpful information. It even gives top 50 lists or top 10, top 20 lists in a variety of industries. So this can help you to identify who are the top employers in the particular industries that I may consider pursuing. And lastly, of course, Career Buzz, where you can see internships, co-op, part-time, and full-time jobs listed. But not only can you see that, you can also schedule appointments to meet with career advisors through the system, and you have access to this 24/7 and 2 years after graduation as well, so keep that in mind. This is also the system that you will use to schedule interviews with employers who are interviewing on campus. And it's also a great opportunity for you to hear about career events and workshops, like what I mentioned earlier. In addition, you can also post your resume, and employers have the ability to search and message students through the system as well. I wanted to share a little bit more information about career readiness competencies. This content will be discussed in GT 1000 in more depth, but the National Association of Colleges and Employers brings together collegiate career services offices, as well as human resources and hiring managers who hire college students immediately after graduation. They have done various in-depth studies and research in serving employers and asking, what are you looking for out of college graduates? What skills, what competencies do you need? And this is the top 8. So you can see they range from communication. So they're looking for individuals that can have strong written communication skills in addition to presenting, perhaps in front of a group. From critical thinking, so individuals that can engage in logical analysis, that can read through data and to make informed recommendations based on what they're seeing. Equity and inclusion, so employers are looking for individuals that are able to work and effectively communicate with people from different local and global cultures. Leadership and teamwork, those are a few others in addition to professionalism, technology, career, and self-development. If you Google NACE Career Readiness Competencies, you'll actually be able to download a PowerPoint where it goes far more in depth with what these competencies entail. And it also gives some helpful sample behaviors that students could work on engaging in to help really grow and develop themselves in all of these different areas. And lastly, I want to end on what I would call the competitive candidate formula. So over the years working with students, the Georgia Tech Career Center has noticed a couple of themes and a couple of things that students should be aware of to try and increase the likelihood and their options after graduation to become a top pick for competitive careers in graduate school. So first, let's focus on academics. When students get started, this should be their number one priority, starting out strong and really focusing on their coursework. I encourage students to aim for a 3.0 or above. The reason being that within CareerBuzz, employers have the ability to set GPA requirements in order for students to apply to their particular positions. Depending on the industry or area, it may be higher. So for consulting industries, it may be a 3.2, maybe a 3.5, or another GPA amount. Or for engineering, they may go lower to 2.8, and there are some employers that have no GPA requirement at all. However, it's important to note that this is a good goalpost to aim for, and it's important, majors matter no matter the major. So note that if you go through CareerBuzz, many times employers will list that they'll accept multiple majors for the same position, or they may not have a preference for a particular major to hire for that role. So don't think that you can only major in blank in order to have excellent career opportunities. That is certainly not the case. During their time at the university, all students should focus on getting some sort of leadership experience. And you can lead from any level. You don't necessarily have to be the president or vice president, but you do need to get involved in student groups and do more than just attend weekly events. Get involved in the community and try to lead a team, lead a project, lead some sort of initiative. This will help you really grow as an individual and a future professional, and this will give you some strong examples to talk about when you get into interview situations for co-ops and internships. For the students that we find most successful in getting competitive careers and graduate school opportunities, typically they engage in either internships, co-ops, or research. One thing I do like to note, though, if you are interested in immediately going into the workforce after graduation, really critical for you to get internship and co-op experience. As I mentioned earlier, 49% of students who engaged in co-ops and internships ultimately ended up working full-time for those companies. So that's a great way to get in with an organization early. It's great to do research as well, and that's an important part of your college experience. And that will best prepare you for research-related skills. But try to get a couple of these different experiences under your belt, because it's a great way for you to really test drive different industries, different employers, and see if this is a fit for you, or perhaps you want to shift directions. Ultimately, as you're going through your experience at Georgia Tech, you'll be gaining skills both inside and outside of the classroom in developing the competencies that we just spoke about. Kind of put all of this together, and this will help you to be a top pick for competitive careers in graduate schools. Without further ado, that is all we're going to cover today. Please stay in touch. Here's our website, so career.gatech.edu. You can also email us at careercenter@georgiatech.edu, and there's our phone number. Right now, if you want to schedule an appointment with your career advisor, note that you can do that through CareerBuzz. And I encourage all students to connect with us both on LinkedIn and Instagram to get helpful tips and other inside leads into employment opportunities. But with that, I will go ahead and conclude the presentation. Are there any questions, Laura?
No questions at this time.
All right. Well, thank you all again for your time and attention. We look forward to working with you in the years to come. Thank you.